guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have partnered up with Disney Plus to recreate this glam inspired by Princess Aurora in Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which airs today on Disney Plus. So if you are interested in seeing this makeup look, then keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. Inspiration for our makeup today is of course the beautiful Princess Aurora, and I love so much about the makeup that it just looks so fresh, dainty, very preppy, very pretty. There really is only a slight contour to her cheek and a really kind of flushed blush. They've really kind of focused on her skin and how it just looks really nice and polished and clean. She's got some beautiful detailed brows and a slightly kind of pinky lip with just a little bit of contour through her socket. So we're going to achieve this look today. Probably the most important thing for me to focus on at the moment is my skin. So getting my skin really nice and preppy and glowy and really just nice and fresh. So I'm firstly going to take the bronzing primer, the Autopilot Bronzing Primer by Napoleon Perdis. About a pea-size amount on a 103 by Zoeva. And I'm just going to really glow up my skin. So I'm just taking it all around my face. And we want to make sure my skin is really freshly hydrated. So for skin today, I'm going to mix a couple of different products, and the reason being is because we really want to make it look like a really natural, effortless look, and I don't want to look like there is too much full coverage on the face. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take the Off Duty Tinted Moisturizer by Napoleon Perdis. This is in the shade light to medium. I'm going to take the tiniest pump of my Fenty Beauty Profilter foundation. This is the Hydrating Longwear, and this is in the shade 320. So I'm going to mix the two of them together and I'm going to start to apply to my face. So the reason why I went for this is because the Tinted Moisturizer is just going to give a really nice fresh look, but the Fenty Beauty 320 is going to give me a slight more bit of color and a little bit more coverage. So now that I'm slowly starting to build up that pigment on my skin, I'm just going to take this Skin Lights Face Illuminator by Revlon, and we're just going to press that into my skin. So we're just going to make it really nice and dewy, glowy, and we really just want to make it look like natural skin and not like we've popped so much foundation over the top. So for concealer today, I'm actually going to take the Bounce Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Golden. We're going for the Beauty Blender ones, and I'm going to use my Beauty Blender to press it into my skin. So we're just going to lighten up my eyes a little more and make them look a little bit more concealed. I'm just going to softly take that underneath my eye. This one has got a little bit of coverage in it, so we just want to kind of make sure I'm going in really softly. And we're going to press my Beauty Blender into my skin. Now I am such a Disney fan because I am a 90s kid, and I feel like they're recreating the movies we used to watch at home as kids, and the animation, the little bit more of like the modern storyline is just so fun to watch. Okay, so as you can see, we're achieving like a really nice kind of glowing natural base. You can definitely still see a lot of the imperfections on my skin, but we want to make this as natural and effortless as possible. So I'm just going over with my Beauty Blender. We're just kind of pressing and making sure everything is really nicely pressed into the skin. So the next thing that I'm going to do, because they are absolutely killing me to look at, is my eyebrows. Now as you guys can see, Princess Aurora has a really kind of polished, brushed up, defined brow. So we're going to achieve that look today by using, where are they? I put them somewhere, here we go. We're going to use the Ottoman Master Brow Pencils, and I'm going to use the shade Brunette. So I'm going to firstly start by combing my brows in an upward motion. We're just going to get rid of any kind of foundation that may have accidentally gotten stuck to the brows, but it's also going to give me a really good indication of where we need to fill in. Now I'm going to just start by applying soft hair strokes, really kind of focusing that product on the underneath, because Princess Aurora has quite straight brows. So I really want to kind of make it look like I've got much more stronger hair growth on the bottom, and then getting a little more heavy-handed towards the back to really achieve that nice fullness like Princess Aurora has. Going to repeat the same process on this brow. This brow pencil is so creamy and easy to work with. I love it. So now that we've defined those brows a little more, I'm just going to go around and make sure they look really nice and clean and crisp. Especially using a pencil, sometimes a little bit can smudge. So we're just going to take that product and clean up anywhere that any excess product may have gone. And now we're just going to go ahead and set over that with a Gimme Brow by Benefit in the shade number 3, just to make sure those brow hairs stay in place. With my buffing brush, I'm now just pressing over to make sure that everything is kind of pressed into the skin and looks really nice and flawless. Now to set that all together, I'm just going to take my Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder and I'm just going to take a small little fluffy brush. So on a 105 by Zoeva, I'm just going to press underneath my eye to achieve that really kind of smooth, flawless under eye look that Princess Aurora has. Now we're moving on to eyes. I'm taking the Fenty Beauty No. 3 palette and I'm just going to dip in to the really beautiful pinky shade we're getting in the center. And I'm going to mix that in with my KVD blush. This is Peony. And I'm just going to take it on a super fluffy brush and we're just going to work it onto the socket line of my eye. We really want to kind of make it look like we don't mean to be wearing any kind of eyeshadow. It's just going to detail and make my eyes pop a little more. Now with a 233 and my Peony blush by KVD, I'm just going to take a little under the eye as well. This is just going to help shape my eye a little bit and not make it look so naked underneath. Now with my finger, I'm going to go into that Fenty Beauty palette and I'm going to press really softly with this pinky glittery shade over the lid of my eye. This is just going to complement the color of my eye, make them look a little bit more fresh and bright. So now we're moving on to contouring the face. Now in this photo here, you can see quite a sharp cheekbone Princess Aurora does have, but then she has a very flush cheek. So I think she naturally has very beautiful cheekbones, I wish. But what I'm going to do in replacement of a usual strong coverage contour, I'm actually just going to take the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light. So I'm going to take this product in particular because it is not full coverage on the face. So we're taking the bronzer and we're softly shading around the cheekbones. I'm actually not going to go anywhere near my forehead because we don't want to make the look too bronzy. We just want to make it a really nice defined cheekbone without adding too much product. So I'm just shading around the cheekbones and I'm stopping it at about halfway through my eye. And now we're going to introduce my Browsings palette by Benefit. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I absolutely love these shades up here. I'm actually going to use the lightest one to contour my nose and I'm just taking that on a flat shader brush from Zoeva, which is a 222. And we're just going to add a little more definition. Now just to sharpen up those cheekbones the smallest amount, I'm going to go in with my Hourglass Translucent Powder and just focus the product over here to sharpen up the cheekbone just a little bit. Now we are finally at my favorite part of this whole tutorial. It is this super flush cheek that Princess Aurora has and I'm going to create it by using Peony by Kat Von D, which is the color that I popped through my eyes. And I'm just going to take it on a 195 from Fenty Beauty. And I'm going to slightly smile but add the most amount of product just on the apple of my cheek. I feel like this look is just a really kind of princessy vibe. That really soft, flush cheek. And now I'm going to take Citrine by Jouer just on my finger and really softly highlight. On a small fluffy brush, I'm just going to apply it to this area here. And I'm going to go over with my foundation brush to make it look a little bit more subtle. Okay, now it's time to pump up the lashes. So we are going to take the KVD Go Big or Go Home. You guys have heard me speak about this so many times. I absolutely love this mascara. It's probably one of my favorites of all time. So I'm going to pump up my lashes. Now because this look is very effortless and soft, I'm actually going to apply some liner inside my eye but not make it look like I've got any on. So I'm actually going to do that by getting right under my lashes and applying a little bit of liner just to give them a little bit more depth. Now to open up my eyes and make them pop a little more, I'm going to apply a white liner by Raw Cosmetics to this area here. Now they're just going to look really nice and bright in photos. Now the second last step for today is applying some lashes. I'm going to go in with the Miss Elise lashes. These are handmade silk lashes. These are in the style Grace, which are like super cute and really, really natural, which I think is perfect for this look. Now I'm just applying them by tilting my head back. They have a super soft and flexible band, which is great. And I've just placed them directly onto my lash bed. I'm just going to wait for them to dry a little bit more and then I'm going to apply another coat of mascara. So in this photo, the lips aren't overdrawn. They're almost just like a soft stain. It's very natural, but there is definitely color there. So the product that I have chosen is the Super Stay Ink Crayon by Maybelline, which I have not yet opened. So this shade is called Lead the Way. And I feel like this is just going to be like the perfect product for this look. So we really just want to make it like soft. So I'm just going to apply it in the center. I'm just going to go around and applying that pigment to the lip. Now to finish this all off, I'm going to take my Hourglass Veil Setting Spray. And we're going to set that all together. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you're keeping very safe and well at home with your families during this time. I'm so excited to watch Maleficent 2. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Princess Aurora inspired makeup look.